Hello folks, and welcome to a new episode of Tech News, this time on the Monday. This is episode 12. Let's go ahead and jump in. Now, first things first, I have been out of the country for the past 3 weeks, which is the reason you haven't seen any Tech News episode recently, but I am back, and why don't we go ahead and hop right in, starting off with some Samsung Galaxy Tab S9 news. As many of you already know, the next flagship should be coming up very soon, and nothing particularly heavy in these tech news here. What we do have here is reports that just this past weekend, the official Samsung keyboard covers for 3 Samsung tablet models have been approved. This, of course, confirming that we will again be having 3 models in the next lineup of the Samsung Galaxy tablets, or the flagship tablets coming up from Samsung. And again, if you haven't followed the channel for a while, then you probably were already aware that Samsung is again sticking to 3 flagship models this year. But anyways, so for these accessories, we will have model numbers EF-DX715, EF-DX815, and EF-DX915. Well, that was kind of a mouthful. But anyway, these upcoming tablets, by the way, are set to see design changes, right? Both externally and also internally. In fact, we will have different size batteries in them. So the chances are that these accessories are going to fit the Samsung Galaxy Tab S9 series only and not be backwards compatible like what we've seen with the Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 vis-a-vis the Samsung Galaxy Tab S7. Now, I'm sure you already know this as well. There will be performance improvements, and we are all looking forward to that, anywhere from the processor all the way to the S Pen that will have even more improved capabilities, at least based off of the reports that we've seen so far, which again are parts of things that people are looking forwards to enjoy. Now, with all of this being said, if you happen to be in the market for a Samsung Galaxy tablet or for just a top level Android flagship tablet right now, meaning you actually need one right now, then the current Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 is still the tablet to go for. Again, as far as top level, best Android tablet right now, that would be the Samsung Galaxy Tab S8. I will make sure to keep some links down below if you want to go ahead and check that out, or if you want to go ahead and check out the current best deals available on these tablets. Again, it's a tablet that I highly recommend. In fact, this is mine here that I'm using. So if you want something larger, you could go for the Plus, or if you want something even larger like what I have here, you can go for the Ultra. Also, if you happen to be in the market for a top level or the best phone on the market right now, which is of course the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra, make sure to buy one this week if you happen to be in the market, because this week long, Samsung will be running some of their best deals on this particular phone. And I believe the S23 Plus should be eligible. So I will have those links in the description. Of course, those are dynamic links. Of course, they change. If the deal changes, it changes with it. So again, make sure to check out those deals. If you happen to be in the market for a phone right now, this would be a great time to pick up one, because the deal is just this week. But anyway, let's go ahead and go back here to the news, this time switching over to the upcoming Samsung Galaxy Z device that will be dropping along with the upcoming Samsung Galaxy Watch 6 series. And of course, we are still expecting a continuation of the Z Fold and the Z Flip series, with this year being the 5th iteration of these models. Now, that said, unfortunately, based off of the early renders and the early leaks that we've seen on the upcoming Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5 specifically, there will be very minimal physical improvements when compared to the current iteration. And that you can already see illustrated here in these renders that we have been looking at so far. And you can tell yourself that it still looks extremely close to the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 4, which, by the way, in turn looks a lot like the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 3, meaning that's going to be 3 iterations of the Z Fold that have seen very subtle physical transformation. Now, the Z Flip 5, on the other hand, will see a fairly drastic improvement in terms of looks, right? What we have in early renders here, or at least what the outside looks like here, as you can see, is a very different device when compared to the current model or the predecessor, just at first glance, right? Just from the physical point of view, it's honestly a different phone. And to be frank with you, I might just buy the Z Flip 5 and skip over the Z Fold. I have not skipped over any Z Fold before, but this might just be the generation that I skip over, because the Z Fold 4 that I have would just look like that. Now, I also need to emphasize one thing though. Even though the physical transformation is very subtle, you have to keep in mind that there are going to be changes, right? The hinge, for example, is supposed to be even better and improved hinge. They are going to be physical changes, just not easily noticeable. We have to wait and see what the real thing, looks like when it drops. Anyway, let's go ahead and switch over to Google now, since we are talking about folding devices. Now, in case you were not aware, the Google Pixel Fold is, obviously Google's answer to the growing foldables market, right? You can actually pre-order one if you are interested, and it should land in your hands sometime, I believe end of June or the beginning of July. Oh, no, it's actually late June would be for the Fold, I believe. believe the beginning of July will be for the tablet, and it's going for $1,800, which is pretty much the same price as what you have with the more established Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 4, right? The current right now. But you may be wondering, why is it so expensive? The good thing is that Google is able to kind of cushion that with, by adding, by bundling, by making kind of a bundle deal, right? So if you pay that $1,800 to pre-order, you will get the Pixel Fold, and you will also get the Pixel Watch. And I believe the value of that would be $300 or $350. So that would be kind of break the fall of that $1,800. I will have the link in the description, of course, that will lead you to that if you are interested in pre-ordering. Now, still sticking with Google here, it announced that its new Pixel tablet, which I just mentioned earlier, can also be pre-ordered already, right? So if you were to pre-order the tablet right now, the Pixel tablet right now, it should land in your hands sometime in July. And I should imagine this is one device that I'm very much looking forward to, because I really want to see how well it does against, the competition and where it's priced at. So of course you can prep yourself to see some comparison videos, between the Pixel and, Lenovo tablets and, Samsung tablet, Apple, and all of that good stuff. At least tablets within that $500 range, given that the base model of the Pixel tablet is going for $500. And actually it will be a good competitor to the OnePlus Pad, right? That's actually another tablet that I'm currently working on, so the video on that should be coming out soon. This is essentially all I have, so this should be it for this edition of Tech News. I will have more in the next episode, or on the next episode, however you say that. Of course, I will stay updated so that you are updated up until that next episode. Of course, as always, stay safe out there.